The one day in a woman's life where everything gets to be about her.
This is a lie. Your wedding day is not the only day as a woman that you are allowed to celebrate yourself.
I have so much to say. Okay, go watch that. She's amazing. I love her. And I actually have a theory. The more the wedding is about her, the more she's going to get screwed. It's like her wedding is actually her funeral. Welcome to hell. Whereas if it's more about them, right, us, and he actually cares about this wedding, I think you're doing a lot better. My wedding day will never be the most important day of my life, ever. I can't even believe I got married, honestly. It is one of the best decisions, if not the best decision ever made. Because if you make the wrong decision, if you're a woman, you are screwed. But when I have a book published, my first book published, that will probably be the proudest day of my life. Because I have not sold so many books, and I have spent, you know what I mean? But let's put career aside, okay? I want to push back against this idea that weddings are need to be about show, right? Now, if you care a lot about the dress and all of the things, I'm not saying don't have a pretty wedding. I'm not saying don't spend a lot of money. I just want to offer an opportunity for people to rethink it, because we actually did not have much money. We had $1,000 to spend on our wedding. And if anything, I cared not enough. I had to be talked into wearing a dress, because I just don't wear dresses. But I was okay. We're in France. I don't want his family to think I'm not taking this seriously, right? Oh, I bought a dress. I just want to show y'all. I want to show y'all through pictures an alternative approach to weddings. Because for me, the point of a wedding is for a community to celebrate the love of a couple. For a community to come together, get to know each other, right? You're merging families. So my family couldn't come because of COVID and the borders were closed. So they had to come on Zoom. But my community here, friends met family, that's the point. It should be a team effort. So there's a few things. First of all, I didn't have an engagement ring. I don't want an engagement ring. First of all, I personally don't believe in diamonds. I don't judge you if you wear diamonds, I promise. But just knowing what we know about diamonds, and also I've never cared about diamonds. I've never wanted jewelry. That's not something that's important to me. So why would I have my husband spend a lot of our money, right, that we can invest in something really important to us, on a ring that I don't even want, right? So that wasn't even on the table. This was our engagement photo on Facebook. I was hey, I guess we're getting married, y'all. And no ring. And not only do I not have any shame in that, I'm actually proud of it. Because do you know how against the grain you have to go to not have an engagement ring that's supposed to somehow show your value? So the only rings we did buy were the actual wedding rings. And these were each $100. Because my dumb butt got a ring when it was a hot day in summer. I now have duct tape on it. Y'all, do you see? I'm anyway, I know there's got to be a way to make this tighter without me having to spend a lot of money, right? Whatever. But he knows that that's just not me. I don't care. So again, I am not judging anybody. Every wedding should be personal to you, but they should represent your values. And they should also not be about what everyone wants you to do. Your parents, the community, it shouldn't be about that. And so many people make it about what their mom wants or their family or whatever. And I know that we're under a lot of pressure to do that. So I just want to normalize cheap ass weddings, because for me, it's a team effort. And the best weddings I've ever been to were like that. So when I went to go, I was looking for wedding dresses 2 weeks before the wedding, and I was do I have to wear white? I hate shopping. I hate this. We went to this isn't H&M. So we just happened to walk into this store. And we were you don't have wedding dresses, do you? And she was actually, I'm a tailor. I have one in the back. And we were oh, what are the chances? So I tried that thing on and it fit perfectly. I think it was 230 euros or something. Handmade. That woman handmade that dress. So I went and tried it on. And then my diva cup runneth over all over the back of that dress. So then I had to buy it. But then one of my friends is friends with this guy who's a tailor. And so he was oh, I can fix that. And he sewed on flowers all over the period blood. And he took it up. It fit perfect. We went to I don't know, this is H&M or something like that, to get a vest thing. Y'all, look at me. I literally carried my wedding dress home on my bike. think like 2 days before the wedding, I was like, I guess I need some shoes. So I bought these sandals. So Anthony was like really wanted to do something like have a gift. So this was like a COVID wedding. This was like in right after confinement here in France. He hand stitched all this stuff onto these masks. And our buddy Michael, look at that. Look at that. So our bachelorette thingy was just at the lake. I didn't want something crazy. And we didn't have a lot of money. We literally I rode my bike to the lake and they brought this crap and I put it on. And then that night we all met up at a bar with the guys too. One of Anthony's friends is a hairdresser. So she did, well, this wasn't what she did, but she showed me a bunch of stuff. She was like, this is my gift to you. Let me do your hair. One of my other friends did my makeup. One of our other friends was staying with us from out of town and made all this food. This is our rehearsal dinner, you know? It's just, you know, at Anthony's parents' house out on this terrace. We threw some tables together and just had a meal. Like, all our friends showed up early the wedding day and set up, you know, the photo booth. It wasn't like a buffet, but like all of my friends brought food. Like, what is this? I don't even know. But like, people just brought food. It's a community event. We also provided food. Like, we did pay for some food, but it was like not that expensive, which I know food is a big thing, but it was more like apéro or like whatever. I don't know how to go into that here. Our friends, another friend showed up and put up all these tents in the parking lot because we wanted it to be outside, like the reception part. My best friend Liz coordinated all the Zoom stuff. 200 people in the US watched us get married on Zoom, right? My family, my sister, my mom, my stepmom, all these people that I've met all over, you know, in all my years of living all over the US. My BFF did all the logistics for that. This was our cake. This was Anthony's idea. He was like, babe, I really want a red heart-shaped cake. He's so cheesy and I love it. And that's like nice. It's like, that's not like, part of it's him French, but this is just Anthony. He's so cheesy and unashamed about it. And I love it. Look at that. One of my friends was the greeter who handed out masks to everyone and, you know, all this stuff. Et voila. Oh, I think this bouquet was like $25. Real simple. We had a friend who was the photographer do the photos. He's like a really good photographer. Look at that. Anthony's dad actually married us because you have to get married at the town hall. You have to. If you get married somewhere else, you have to go to the town hall and get married in front of witnesses and all this crap first. Well, Anthony's dad volunteers for the mayor's office, so he got to marry his own son. So we went to various places around town that were fun to take photos at. You know? Like we were walking by this, and I was like, oh, that's a nice window. Let's take one here. Front of a barn. Why not? This is the old part of his town he grew up in. We're like, oh, that arch, that's nice. Church steps. Look at my shoes. They look great, right? $25. Okay, so this is the town hall. So I realized that, you know, you're not going to get this in the U.S. This is literally just like the Marie, the town hall. Like, look at it. Like, look at this. We even had like a paper box for, they give money here. They don't give presents because they're like, we don't know what you want. Just take our money. So we used it on our honeymoon to go to the U.S. to meet my family. All of our friends brought a dessert. So there was just tons of food. Community, right? Y'all, look at my hair. Look at that. And also, so the flowers, the tailor, was that what you call him, a tailor? This person who sews took a bunch of flowers and put it all over the period block. Like my best friend said, it wouldn't be Melanie's wedding dress if it wasn't covered in stains and tears. No tears, though. So we got our friend Michael, who plays the cello, to play music for us. Also free. We had another friend sing in Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, but like in like, you know, non-heavy metalish. Okay, the plastic tablecloths, this is probably the only thing I regret. Like, it looked so cheap. But it was just nice. And because it's France, it had all that meat. God. And we just, after this thing, we went and camped out. It wouldn't be personal to me or us if we didn't have camping. Anthony and his friend making s'mores for the first time. This horse showed up. Some of my friends printed out music and people brought guitars. We went to bed at 5 a.m. in our tent and then woke up and went and bought some croissants. And it was just a beautiful event. Now, as beautiful as this day was and as like princess-ish as it may seem, this was our most important day. One of them, but not mine. Not mine.